Begin Podfix Network transmission in 3, 2, 1.
What's up, y'all? We are the Yummy and Fearless podcast with the Side Chicks, featuring Yummy and Dark Phoenix. We are the Side Chicks because we give our side of the issues. We are an irreverent and comedic podcast hosted by two seductive and fully grown women that explores pop culture and relationships.
That's right. And if you want a behind-the-scenes glimpse of what fully grown and seductive women talk about when no one is listening, no holds barred, this is your podcast. I'm talking unfiltered. I'm talking not safe for work. And by the way, not for Karens or prudes.
That's right. So check us out at yummyfearless.com.
What up?
Hey, what's up?
What's going on?
Oh, girl, we back at it.
We are back at it. The old ladies, the aunties are back in the building.
Aunties are back. Okay.
Back in the building. What the hell, man?
I don't know. I don't know what the hell. It's been a long time.
It's been a long time, but we just gotta brush it off our shoulders. Are people saying that anything anymore? we gotta brush the dirt off our shoulders.
Circa 2000.
I was about to say 1990, but okay.
Okay, brushing it off. Oh my God, we're so rusty. Should we do welcome to the Yummy and Fearless podcast with the Side Chicks? I'm Yummy.
I'm Dark Phoenix. That's Woo! Yummy. I'm Dark Phoenix. Woo!
Yes. Woo! We're back.
Oh, sophomoric. But yeah, we're back. Sophomore humor and all. Yeah.
Yeah. So, where have we been?
We've been all around the world and I
can't find my podcast. Yeah. I don't know.
We've been around. Okay. So life happens. What can we say? But it's not how it's not how you start. It's how you finish and all the other cliches.
Right. And we have to, what'd you just say? Brush it off our shoulders? Is that the saying? I don't even know.
Yeah, whippersnappers know what we talking about.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's been a while. 2023
has kicked ours.
Yeah, it's been a weird year.
It has. It has. But it ain't over yet. So
No.
We're fighting back.
We are fighting back on a number of levels, a number of platforms. Speaking of fighting back, Black people earned a new holiday.
What?
Yes. They're calling it Fuck Around and Find Out.
What day is that?
It is August the 5th.
August to the 5th. Okay.
August the 5th to commemorate the Montgomery riverfront battle.
The battle on the Montgomery.
The battle on the Montgomery River.
So what happened?
Okay, first off, even though national news has been pretty laxed with covering this, but that's cool too, because this has been the biggest story. It's been an international story, which is this story of this Black co-captain of the Harriet, which is a steamboat ship, being jumped by a large group of white men.
Oh.
For asking them to move their little boat so that he could pull his steamboat in.
That sounds funny, but okay.
So they jumped him. He was doing his job, and they decided to jump him.
What? Sons of okay.
Some bitch. They decided to jump him. Yes. And unlike the way these things usually play out, which is usually where the black person usually loses their life and then the white people get off for free, some shit like that. Black people jumped in and literally did things like beat a man through his Crocs. Did you see that dude?
No.
Yes, they kicked ass. It was like, I consider the fight. There were like 3 rounds to me. So the first round, when the group of hoodlums were like wild hyenas, when they surrounded the co-captain and finally got him on the ground. Then
Oh no.
The sweet gentleman, the 16-year-old who they're calling C murder, as an SEA murder,
Okay,
swam across the river, got out to help his coworker, and started busting asses.
He was 16.
He was 6. Yeah.
Well, how old was the captain, the co-captain?
You know, I don't know. He hasn't made a public statement yet, but he has. I saw where he made a statement. I guess it was to law enforcement. And even though people are making having a lot of fun with this, he was fearful for his life, as he should have been.
Yeah.
Because if it wouldn't have been what it was, those circumstances, then he could have lost us. That was real. Because I don't know, how many people do you estimate were jumping him?
That part I didn't see. I don't know, but I did. All I saw was the aftermath and the brothers coming out of the woodworks. Okay,
so you saw what I consider round 3, which is Avengers. Okay, so that was round 1. So the 16-year-old kid swam across. When it was about, I would guess it was about 8 of those guys that jumped this man. So he was like a middle age. Yeah. So that's how it all started. So they jumped him. They had him on the ground. Yeah, it was kind of bad. So the 16-year-old kid jumped in the water, swam over, got over there. So he got out. He was standing around with the guy for a minute because somehow the guy got up. And at one point when he was down, it was so interesting. It reminded me of sort of some of the auxiliary roles that white women would play in lynchings and in when black kids would desegregate schools,
right?
Where they spitting at people, or
right.
You know, so at one point when this guy was on the ground, it was this one white chick, and she was like kicking him.
What?
Yes, it's just like so crazy how play into these same historical tropes.
I'm sorry, was this 1945 that this happened?
I know. August 5th, 2023, Montgomery.
That's crazy.
Alabama. Yes. So C Murder got out here, and he was like, he's a little kid. He's a skinny little guy. But Playboy got over there. And real quick, some of the names that they're calling this guy: Cedrus Elba.
SEA, right?
SEA, DRIS. Cedrus Elba. Nautical King Cole.
Nautical.
Swimzel Washington.
I love us.
Okay. OJ Swimpson. Underwater Brother. Of course, Black Aquaman.
Oh, hell no.
JJ Fish.
Not JJ Fish.
JJ Fish. Michael B. Phelps.
Michael B.
Captain Hook. Captain Catfish Cuz. Kofi Kingfish.
Come on.
Tyrone Lochte. And 21 tilapia.
O.J. Simpson. I think that wins.
Yeah, I don't know if Michael B. Phelps is. I like Idris Elba.
Idris Elba. They are.
Yeah. And so August the 5th, 2023 is also being called the Alabama Sweet Tea Party.
Not the sweet tea.
Yeah, they're because people are saying they're telling their kids that was the real Boston Tea Party from this point on. So it's called the Alabama Sweet Tea Party, which is hilarious because I've gone to Montgomery on a number of occasions for work and different things, and I would go to the restaurants and I'd always laugh at this because every time I go, the waitress will come and be like, "You want some white tie?" And I'd be like, "No, ma'am, I don't want that syrup." Every time, go back, "White tie?"
I want to get my teeth. I want to keep my teeth. No.
Right. I'm like, no, I'm gonna pass on y'all tie. Damn. So, but it is the Alabama Sweet Tea party is what it was. So
that's our new holiday.
It's our new holiday. Yeah. So that's so, but Idris Elba, he came across, he was busting niggas' asses though. That he came over and was whooping grown men's asses, but I'm talking body slamming niggas.
And he was a kid.
Yes,
I didn't realize he was a kid at the time when I saw that.
A kid. And he was fucking niggas up. He was punching. Then when he was punching dudes, it wasn't like a punch. It was almost like they were speeding up the video of him. He was just like tagging them like bam, bam, bam. I'm like,
that's my kind of kid.
Hey, I want them to start a GoFundMe.
Give that man a hand.
I'm gonna find the money for you, baby.
Cause it's about it's like poetic justice, man.
It's incredible. So that was round 1, which was just one of the most impressive action sequences I've seen. I don't know, in a long time. So round 2, which I believe you saw, included the chairman.
The chairman.
The chairman, whose real name is Reggie Gray.
I wonder how did he get involved? Because he ended up, he was like an MVP. He was an MVP in that whole scenario.
The fuck. So round 2 involved the chairman or the chairman. So they're still fighting. So it's all types of new people in on the fight at this point. There's an adult man who sort of is dressed like a toddler. He has like a striped blue and white, kind of like sailor top on black man. And at one point, he punched the white guy, but then he's like trying to gouge his eyes. Just like, this shit is wild. He's just like trying to gouge his eyes out. Literally, I'm like,
he went straight 3 Stooges.
Right.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
You
it's funny, but it's not, man.
It's right. And then like behind him, there's like another older dude, middle-aged dude in purple, and he is just swinging. Just like
where are they coming from?
I mean, don't know.
There was nobody in the scene in the first part. There's nobody. Where they just showed up. How did that happen?
I don't know how round 2 got there, because even the chairman, he wasn't voting that day. He was fully clothed. Most of the people in round 2 were fully clothed. They just didn't look like they were. I mean, they almost look like, because in round 1, the guy that got jumped, when they first hit him, he took his hat off and threw it into the air. which people were saying is the black bat signal, and black people descended upon there, which
that part I
apparently is
saw.
true. Yeah.
That was hilarious.
Right, because I'm like, dude, you don't have time, to be playing with your hat here. Those white hyenas are after you, but he took a lot of time, but he knew what he was doing because
he sent out the bat signal.
He sent out the black signal and Negroes descended, because in round 2, it was like niggas just were like everywhere.
They descended upon. The funny thing is, the guy, the original guy, the guy who got jumped, he didn't know that anybody was videotaping.
No.
But that him throwing the hat up on the ground and then like throwing it down on the ground, that shit was hilarious.
I mean, he literally was like, oh shit, oh, you didn't did it now. I'm on like, I'm not gonna need this right now. Yeah, he like, but like you have to watch all of the things over and over in different people's vantages.
Yeah, it's like different characters almost. Like
it is so fucking much going on, because like I didn't see the dude who got beat through his Crocs. So like his Crocs were up on his shins.
What?
It's like I saw this.
Wait, whose side was he on?
He was a white. Of course he was a white. Like, let me just say this, white people. Y'all lost. Y'all motherfucking lost bad. I saw like these white like plastic things on his shins. Like I thought they were shin guards. I didn't fucking know that somehow somebody whooped his ass so bad that his feet came through the toe part.
That's what he gets. Damn it, wearing them damn Crocs.
Can you imagine getting your ass beat so bad that your feet? I thought Crocs were indestructible. His feet, they beat his feet through the toe area. His Crocs were around his shins.
You got the Crocs beat off you. You got the Crocs beat off you.
Crocs beat off of you. So round 2. So the co-captain was nowhere around for round 2. I don't know where he was, but I read that during that part because he went back to apologizing to the people on his boat. He still, even after being jumped.
Wow.
He was apologizing to them and still doing his job.
Dang.
Cedra's Elba also was not in round 2, but it didn't matter because the chairman was there. So
right.
So the chairman grabbed the chair and he hit some white dude with no shirt and shoes on. He fucked him up over the head. Clabop. Then he went over to this white woman who, right before he got to her, so white women, they was wilding that whole day. They were jumping in the fights. But by round 2, some black women got there.
What?
Yes, some black women got there, and they were, so while that guy was gouging out one of the guy's eyes, some black women was beating the shit out of this other lady.
Oh,
because the white women were like, they were on some bullshit. They were.
See?
So they, at some point, they were like stomping her, I think, and whooping her ass. All right.
Oh,
so,
fuck around and find out.
Around and found out. So the chairman clobbered the fuck out of the one dude. Then was this lady in red, already seated, because she had got her ass whooped. The chairman comes over there and backs her.
Don't tell me he hit her. He clobbered her over the head too.
He almost removed that woman's. I thought her head was gonna pop off, like, you know how a doll's head can like boop, pop off. He came over. I was like, And that's when the policeman grabbed him and wrestled him to the ground.
Don't you think she had it coming though?
I do.
He feared for his life. He had to grab the closest thing to him.
He did. And I listen. Now I know everybody's okay. He knocked the shit out of her though. He knocked the shit. And what this like reminded me of, Chico DeBarge. He has a song called Iggy.
Oh, I remember that.
Remember that song from
I remember
one
that.
of the best R&B albums ever made.
I loved that song.
Yes.
I love Chico DeBarge, yes.
Long time no see. But at the end of that song, he says, does he take 500 years of slavery out on that ass like I do?
Oh, no, he doesn't.
Yeah, he does. Now, he's talking about, digging in that crotch. But
same.
Same.
Fuck around and find out.
But when the chairman was like going crazy, that's the line that came in my head. I was like, that motherfucker is out here taking 500 years of slavery out.
For old and new.
He was like, because in that very area, they used to bring slaves to auction and to drop off to work in the cotton fields. So the history of Montgomery itself and that little area, it is wild. You know what I'm saying? And I'm looking at that, I'm like, he is taking, I'm gonna quote Chico, even though I think he gave it too many years. He is taking 500 years of slavery out on that ass. Reggie Gray.
Shit, don't even get me started. We can say all the names. Too many names. I'm here for it. I'm sorry. I don't care who doesn't like it. I think that's just the beginning of a little poetic justice. That's a little sliver, a little millimeter, a little milliliter of poetic justice.
Wow. So you don't frown on the violence?
Nope.
Oh, wow.
I love it. I'm here for it.
Wow.
I think it's great. I think somebody needed to get their asses whooped. And I'm so proud of the people who showed up and was like, not today, Satan.
Oh my. Yes. Fuck around and find out. It has been fascinating to watch. It's been inspiring. It has. And like, you saw round 3 when the Avengers showed up.
Yeah, the Avengers.
The Avengers so Idris Elba was in round 3.
That baby. Somebody raised him right. Somebody raised that baby right.
Who, by the way, has a publicist now. As he should.
Absolutely.
I just want all of them to start their GoFundMes because I'm gonna find them some money.
I will contribute.
I'm gonna find them some money because Idris Elba was still. If he does not get a Marvel contract, I won't watch another motherfucking Marvel movie.
He can swim.
He can swim. Come on, he swam.
Y'all thought black people couldn't swim, fuckers.
And then C. Murder showed you motherfuckers like Jason Momoa, fuck him on Aquaman. That little Aaron is his name. Aaron was in round 3. Aaron was still tagging the fuck out of niggas.
Somebody raised that young man right.
Then the Avengers, there's one video showing them from behind. And they do that like little skip run that like black dudes do when they about to get into some shit.
Right. Like somebody about to get snuck.
Yeah. What is that?
Who's videotaping this? That's what I need to know.
Everybody, it seemed. I know.
So there's more than one video?
Oh, there are numerous. Because it was people on the actual steamboat that was waiting to park. All of those people.
Then at some point, I guess it was the people that were up on the walkways also. So you got, I can't even imagine actually how many different vantage
Angles.
points.
Uh-huh.
Because in round 3, if you can get like the back vantage point, there's one angle where you could see a dude just jumping in the water to get away.
What
Yeah.
happened? Come on, Cletus. You wanted to jump somebody.
Exactly. It is, yeah, it's crazy. It's really, really crazy. But they say that this is a watershed moment for Black people.
So what do you think about that? I mean, what's the moral of the story? What do you think?
I think that it does represent a type of Black unity
That people try, yeah, that we don't get to see a whole lot. I know that it's there.
I think that it represents a turn in terms of Black people being afraid of the consequences if we fight back in certain ways.
Yep.
And I'm saying this as a person that has been an advocate of nonviolent social change. But
it does.
Go ahead.
It represents. I mean, I think I'm just agreeing with you, and I'm saying that at the end of the day, if the consequences are going to be the same no matter what, then we might as well go ahead and get about it. It's like if you're gonna try to fuck us up, whether we are if we are the victim, even if we're the victim, we are in jeopardy of all the things. So why not? Why? I wish I was there. Shit, I would have jumped in too. I would have got me a few kicks and got me picked up a chair and.
What's the difference? I mean, what is the difference? Because it's like anything. A person has to believe that there's something to gain from certain behavior.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If there's nothing to gain, there's no incentive.
Yeah.
That's if you're parenting, everything.
Yep.
In general, in society, everything. So if there is no incentive, then what the fuck are you doing it for? If it's all the same, if you still have high incarceration rates, if you still get paid less than everybody, if you still get discriminated against, if they still killing you in the streets, what the fuck? What's the difference? Because you got to look at that. That like those men, we couldn't see it in most of the videos, but they were surrounded by Black people watching them. But they still felt comfortable enough to jump this man. I don't know if it was like 8 to 10 of them. Who was doing
his job.
Who was simply doing his job. The entitlement. And they felt comfortable to jump him because of the 100 years of indoctrination to say, no.
Yep. That it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I can tread all over your right to walk, to do your job, to be, to just exist. And ain't shit you can do about it. Well, guess what? Not today, Satan.
Okay.
Not today, Satan. Yeah. And I don't know that I have been as much an advocate for nonviolence as say you were. But of course, I like for everybody to be able to go home. At the end of the day, I like for if there is some type of altercation, I want everybody to just be able to go home at the end of the night.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll be a little bumped and maybe they'll be a little bruised or whatever. So the extent to which participants can end up, maybe a little bumped and bruised, but end up being able to go home to their loved ones. That's what I'm about. However, we have learned recent history has taught us that it ain't always like that for us.
Exactly.
So it's like my mom used to say, you're a small person. You are a small person. So you may want to hit first because you may not get another lick.
Yep, that's
So
true.
it's like this. If I'm going if we're small and we, the risk is always there of us getting fucked up and basically us having to suck it up, then why not? Sure. Why
What's the
not?
fucking difference? What is the difference?
Somebody should pay. Somebody should pay for them. You tried to jump. That's somebody's father. That's somebody's brother. That's somebody's,
Right.
husband. Shit. What makes them any more special or precious than that man doing his job?
And the crazy part, like when you look at all of the sequence of it, once the playing field was leveled, then they want to run.
Right.
Everything was good. I mean, like they literally looked like a pack of hyenas. They really did.
I like how you said that. The playing field was level. I love how you said that. Once the playing field was level, like, oh, this is what we're doing. Oh,
then they want to, back on the boat at one. So round 3, when the Avengers came, at one point they on the boat. They women out there getting their ass whooped.
Yeah,
they still on the boat. I'm like,
so I'm okay. I'm okay with it. I'm glad everybody there were no fatalities, no casualties, which is one reason we can laugh about it. It's not necessarily a laughing matter, but boy, that shit was funny to see.
Oh, that shit was hilarious.
And it felt beautiful. It's like a movie playing out, like poetic justice in a movie.
It's just the
good
irony, the irony of it all. Cause Montgomery was was where Jefferson Davis was inaugurated as president.
Mm-hmm.
It was the first capital of the Confederacy for the Civil War.
How about that?
I mean, Montgomery has such racist history.
Oh man, break it down, Yummy.
I mean, because there was the Montgomery bus boycott with Rosa Parks.
Down, Yummy. Come on.
That's where Dr. King's was living when his house was bombed. That's where he was a pastor there at the Dexter Avenue Church when he started with the Montgomery bus boycott.
Wait, I want you to stop right there for a second.
Okay.
Just to remind everybody about the Montgomery bus boycott. You do realize that went on for like a couple years. Like that, like Black people had to like walk. Mm-hmm. And this was a time when, you got to think Montgomery is very high. But this is the place where they was telling Black people, get your ass to the back of the bus.
Yeah. Here. So there's so much irony going on. And I bullshit you not. Like when I would go to Montgomery, Alabama, so now the lynching museum is there. Now I haven't been since the lynching museum is there, and so there's a lot of course, civil rights things there. But I could feel all that shit in the air. You could feel all of it.
It's palpable, isn't it?
Yeah, I believe where the 4 little girls, where they bombed and killed those little girls.
That's what I thought. That was Montgomery.
I believe that is Montgomery as well. So Dr. King helped form the Montgomery Improvement Association, which helped coordinate that. A lot of the freedom marches included Montgomery. So Montgomery is like vital in the modern civil rights movement, but it was vital in slavery, period. And so right at that place where all of that was happening, that's where slave traders, that Alabama River, used to deliver slaves to the planters.
Wow.
As laborers for the cotton.
Wow.
Yeah, so and that's what helped Montgomery grow so quickly, was those slaves, So in all likelihood, those Black people were descendants of those actual slaves, and those white people were, like people from those areas. They don't necessarily migrate much. People don't migrate to Montgomery,
right?
Alabama, right. Pretty much if you there, your people been there,
right.
So it was one of the largest slave markets in the South, right there. And so there's a lot of irony and history there. I understand that the steamboat that was waiting to park there, I know it was called the Harriet. I believe it was named after Harriet Tubman.
Come on, man.
And the folding chair that the chairman was beating the fuck out of people with was also invented by a black man. Come on, man.
Oh, just so many gems in that. So what's the lesson in it for our melanated challenged brethren?
Listen.
Fuck around and find out.
Fuck around and find out. So like, chill the fuck out. You know,
you're lucky. You're lucky,
yeah,
people.
Yeah.
They're lucky. Y'all better get your people. They were lucky this time because like somebody once said, be glad that all we want is what is it? Not revenge. We just want equality and not revenge.
Exactly.
Right.
And you know, you want to be on the right side of history. Because, you know, you look at those people, so far, only 4 of them have been arrested. But you want to be on ain't that some shit? Yeah, only 4. But you want to be on the side of history. It's one thing to get your ass whooped, but it's a whole nother thing to get your ass whooped, you know, while the whole globe watches. So one of the reasons the modern civil rights movement was so successful was because people like Dr. King was so good at marketing it globally.
Yeah, televised.
Locally and globally. Because, you know, America loves to say, they love to tell other people how to be humane.
Yes.
Okay.
Break it down, Yummy.
While at the same time being inhumane.
All day.
So when those images went out throughout different areas of the country and throughout the globe, your motherfucking slip showing. Okay. So similar to the fuck around and find out holiday now, same thing. Look at that. So you can't run into these other corners of the globe telling people how they need to be when you gotta fix your own shit. Because that didn't just happen.
Oh yeah.
They ain't just happen. That shit raggedy. They ain't just happen. So yeah, it is what it is. But you know.
Amen.
Thank you for listening. If you like what you heard, review, subscribe, and share. It helps other listeners find us. And don't forget to follow us at Yummy Fearless on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and even Pinterest, where you'll find additional content from today's show and also our highly curated He Can Get It list. As always, you can listen to the Yummy and Fearless podcast with the Side Chicks on Apple iTunes, YouTube, Stitcher, and Spotify. And if no one else has told you today, we love you and thank you so much for listening.
You've been listening to a podcast of the Podfix Network. Discover more audible gems like this at podfixnetwork.com. Make sure to catch up-to-the-minute network shenanigans by following @Podfix on Twitter, official_Podfix on Instagram, @Podfix Network on Facebook. And make sure to subscribe to Podfix Presents wherever you choose to find podcasts. The Podfix Network, artist owned and loved.